We're going to now move into actual touch sparring. Now there are levels to touch sparring, just like there are levels to all the different parts of sticky hands. You know, you got single sticky hands, rolling ball, looks out, and then even with balance attack, you can be like one person's defensive with balance attack and the other person's moving them around. So you can layer every single exercise you can layer for the student's development, right? But generally speaking, a class structure is set up, especially our class structure, so that you get the whole framework of what we're doing on how we're trying to improve, but also you keep people interested with variety. If you guys did what I wanted you to do, you'd get better so much faster. I want you to all stand here and do the form every day for 3 hours, and then you're not allowed to start looks out for 2 years. But none of you would stay here after a month. You'd be like, this sucks, this is boring. Huh? Yeah, you might be the one dude still here, Jason on his own.
Jason just like one punch man by the end of it.
One punch chase. But the first thing we're going to start off with is we're just going to start off with slow touch sparring in attack and defend format. So this is a really good way to start off practicing your touch sparring. Yeah. So both of us are practicing slow. You know, the reason for that is so you can still be conscious of what parts of your body are tensing, where you're not aware, am I not centered, and so on. So we'll start off with, say, Marcus. He can go on the defense, right? And I'm just going to slowly reach through and move. So we keep a slow pace. Yeah, he keeps his condition on me, yeah, but his intention is just to stay like Luxau and defensive. He's not going to expand into offensive movements yet. He still keeps a connection to me. He still has his ball up, right? But he lets it roll through as I go into to attack him slowly with different movements. Now, what he wants to notice is, am I maintaining state or am I changing? So an example would be if, for example, Marcus, maybe on this side, Marcus comes through with this fuchs out to punch me, right? If all of us and I start to change on purpose, I notice it tense up and I change it in order to avoid getting hit, then I'm not using state. I'm just trying to change angle on him in order to stop him from hitting me. Whereas if he goes through to hit me and I maintain condition, then it might I should stay towards him, and that's what happens. You'll notice it happening naturally via your feeling. That makes sense? It's not, because from the outside you might not notice the change, meaning as he goes through to punch me, and see, I change the angle on that myself, as opposed to just staying to him and then he does say, keep, yeah. And that's what should naturally happen for me, yeah? I'm not trying to actually do anything in particular apart from stay towards him. So you should be keeping the state on, which means you're centered, you're sensing, you're sinking, you're going forward, and you're letting what happens. It's more of an observation condition than Marcus told you, I'm going to do this angle here, I want to do this angle here. That's what we call a technique, right? A technique is when, okay, Marcus comes through to punch and then I parry this and I punch this. So that's a technique, right? And that requires me to think, I will do this, this, and this, right? State isn't a technique. State is just, I'm there, yeah? And then when he goes to do it, I'm not going to think paksa, I'm just going to keep going there. I'm going to keep going there, yeah? Keep going there, yeah? Keep going there, yeah? So techniques are for the weak. State is for the great, yeah? That's what I want you to remember. And I really want you to keep that in mind. Keep the state on, one person. So now Marcus can go on the attack. I'll stay in state. So I just stay on state as best as possible. And he goes to come through just slowly with attacks. And I'm kind of matching his speed. Yeah, because it's a slow, conscious practice. Yeah, I keep it on him and I just let it roll. So I'm also just watching what's happening here. Trying to maintain my shield while I stay there. So he's on the attack. I'm on the defense, maintaining my projection and connection and just observing how it happens. Notice any tensions. That slow pace allows you to notice any tensions and recorrect your condition as you go. You might notice you come off the center. You might notice you forget your legs. Yeah? You start to observe yourself, and through that awareness, you can develop your skill. Alrighty, does that make sense, guys? Alrighty, go a partner on 3. 1, 2, 3.